Welcome to Dark Horse Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I am Kristen Johnson.
Today, and tomorrow, hopefully.
Maybe tomorrow.
We got a great show for you guys tonight.
As usual.
But
this is really
promises, right?
Really, really great.
Lots of folks out there in the audience. This is going to be a special show.
Yes.
Hello, Jack Kilowatt. Hello, George. Hello, Terry Marks. How you doing, buddy? Hello, Linda Kruger. Hello, Brandon Cooper.
Hello, beautiful.
Hey, what's up there, Benny? I know you. Human. Kim Brady. Hello.
Hi, Kim.
What is going on? And here's Kim number 2 or number 3. We have quite a few Kims.
Yes, we do.
How you doing, Kim? What's going on?
Hi, Kim.
There's Mort. What's going on, buddy? And Jack says, I told him you should be getting an email from you guys, but I heard back. Okay, and that's in reference to the lovely painting, poor painting, psychic intuitive painting that Marilyn Bast did for Mr. Echo Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And we're waiting to hear from you, buddy. Get in touch with us. Check your email. I think I sent it like to 2 different emails, but Anne-Marie Young, hello, beautiful people.
Hello, beautiful.
And Brandon says, super excited to watch this show closely. Is James? What's going on, buddy?
Hi, James.
How you doing? Amy Palmer. Hello. Good evening.
Hi.
Good evening.
You have such an awesome voice.
Good evening. I have a very deep voice. I don't know if it's awesome, but it's
awesome.
Deep. Deep. I gotta say that from my feet. What do we got there? Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of people. Hint. Terry says, maybe.
Just a little bit.
Hi, Chris. I suffer from insomnia. Also, thank goodness for Ambien. Ambien and me do not agree.
No.
But it is effective.
Stories.
I will fall asleep, but I won't stay asleep. Sometimes I get up. I'm like one of those people who gets up, and I might drive to Vermont or something. And you just don't know what's gonna happen. It's like, roll the dice. Awesome. It says, good evening. All right. So without too much further ado, I think we'll get into things. I did want to mention, if you guys haven't seen our panel discussion on Leak Project with Nathaniel Gillis, please do. We talk about some stuff we haven't really talked about on here, including string theory in reference to the paranormal. String theory actually does answer some questions with the paranormal, and I don't know, we got to do a show on that. I think I'm going to get too deep into it, but do check that out, our interview there. I'll put it in our chats and whatnot, and there are some answers there, but it is a theory, of course, right? We're talking string theory, not it's not conclusive. However, I try to break it down so it makes sense and doesn't get too heady in there. And I'm just going to throw that link out there real fast, guys, because we really do want you to go and watch that and support that. We're hoping to do some more shows with Nathaniel in the future. So,
and Rex, he's going to join the next one.
Rex Bear. Rex Bear is the man.
Puts out the Leak Project.
He does, and it's a great show. If you're not familiar with it, it's been around for years, longer than us. And
my daughter and I have been subscribed to his channel, The Leak Project, since, I don't know, like 9 years now.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and we were very humbled to go on.
Yeah, we were. And, speaking of YouTube, because that's a YouTube show, I want to remind you guys to plug, that we also have a YouTube channel. And let me see if I can bring that up without the funny end. Make it more simple. One sec.
Real quick, I want to say hi, Trisha Marks. She's doing dishes and listening to us. And also, I wanted to give a huge shout out to our friend Lori Cummings. She's just an amazing person.
She's great.
And we hope to connect. We will be connecting with her soon as well. And I may be doing a podcast with just her and Shay Carroll from, keep forgetting. Why do I keep forgetting that? Shay's Paranormal Chat. It's not that. It's also something else. But
She has a couple of them.
Yeah.
She runs a network. We love Shay.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful person. And I'm just going to share this real fast. This is our YouTube, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, please go out and subscribe. We're trying to build up a subscriber base. If you go in here, you'll see these things up front. You'll see goofy stuff like me and Kristen doing the hermit dance during a COVID lockdown.
Awful.
Look at you, look so hot.
Oh, thank you. I look so tired.
Sexy. I have a Horton of Mad beer belly. And that was so much fun. And there's stuff that you just can't find anywhere else but on our channel. So please go and give it a like, a subscribe. You can watch us live from there. If you click the live tab here, you'll see all our shows. And I mean, we literally have over 200 videos on there of different shows, and including Reggie and Greg's show. Lots of shows on there, even with different hosts. Great stuff. So do check it out. That's our best archive. Thank you very much. YouTube.com/@darkhorse paranormal. All right. So speaking of that, let me get to our Dark Horse. Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
Trying to bring
You
up the
broke
bio. We are let's get this mother rolling here. We've got our good friends with us from Horn Paranormal Research. I think most of you know that. We've got some great SLS footage we're going to go over and just have a pretty good time. Horn Paranormal is a small group of like-minded investigators searching for answers to the phenomenon that is paranormal. They started the journey 10 years ago and have been to many amazing locations all over the U.S. The team is based out of Sturgis, South Dakota, and consists of founding members Scott and Kim Horn, Marilyn Bast, Bill Tuco, and Natalie O'Daniel. Kim and Marilyn both have psychic abilities and work great with the rest of the team for validation during investigations. We also make custom equipment for use in the field. So without too much further ado, let's bring them right on. Hello, hello.
Hey guys.
Welcome. Well, this is why I during podcasts, because even though we don't bring up their names, I can see them in the chat. And if you see me go like this, you guys know that the Horn Paranormal Research.
All the time.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi,
Bob.
All right. So, yeah, this is great. And we do this stuff anyways because we're metalheads.
Yeah.
We're basically
Right.
like a male and female Beavis and Butthead that's about to get a little older.
That's why they're our friends.
Yeah, there's a laugh. Yeah.
It's kind of true, which is kind of fun. But how are you guys tonight?
We're good.
How you doing? What's the weather like?
I'm talking about the weather now.
Smoky.
Yeah, we got smoke coming down from Canada right now.
Do you really?
Oh.
Yes. It's
Ah.
pretty smoky out there.
Oh, you over there in South Dakota, and that is gonna linger over you near the border.
We actually had that happen to us. It came down from the jet stream to us in New England last week.
Thank you.
Yeah, lots of comments out there.
Horns are in the house.
Woo, woo.
Wow. I was just being goofy with saying how the weather is. I didn't realize you were actually having an issue.
Sheepers.
But that is fantastic. Well, not so fantastic about the weather, but how are you? How are you guys? And what is new in Horn Paranormal Research? Mary Lynn, you were just on our show doing pour paintings, and thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
So many winners out there, and they are so excited. The feedback has been wonderful from
Amazing.
that show.
And Bob Burnell, who's in the audience right now, he ended up winning one as well.
Yeah, Bob won.
Yes.
A lot of people are getting all kinds of great feedback, and just about the show itself and how awesome that was. Actually
Yeah.
doing the pour paintings live, the
Yes.
intuitive paintings was fantastic.
Thank you. So they are dry right now. So I'm getting ready to do the spray coat on them, and it'll be shipping out probably on Monday.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Mart picked up a painting
You're
himself.
welcome.
Thank you. He's very excited. Yeah, it was great. And I love My Little Pony.
Yep.
Tell me it doesn't look like that.
And if you're
It
not
was
sure what
cute.
that is, it's because it looks like a pony or a horse in the painting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll send you the picture, Christian, so you can see it.
I did see it. I think we have the picture, don't we, on there? Because it's got to go to Chris so he can post it. But
Yeah. Well, they're out there. You know, it's Melissa.
It's Melissa Rupert. Hello,
Rupert. How you
girl.
doing,
Hey.
Melissa? What's going on? And George says we have smoke coming up from Central America into Texas.
Wow.
Or spring farming.
Ugh,
So
now we're in fire season. Yeah.
Bob is still stupid. Yes. Well, we all are. And we got a couple of them on display right behind us. But you guys have seen that. The dragon, the bird are like outstanding. And
they were cool.
so many things in there. So
On
cool.
Bob's, I swear it was looking down into the middle of like a flower petal or something. It was like they were looking down inside. It was neat.
I just still don't understand the dragon getting the scales and everything else.
was
Even
so
watching you do it, Marilyn, I'm like, still the scales on the dragon.
Yep.
How do you do that? Now, of
So
course,
my
they get-
mother-in-law is here, and she actually did a pour with me last night. So her first time to do it, and she actually did it as well and had a lot of fun with it. She got a crocodile.
Nice. I saw it.
Oh, wow.
but nice.
That's cool.
That is cool. It is amazing. Like the stuff that has been coming out. Obviously, we've been following it since we all met in Pickens, South Carolina, and we're going to talk a bit about
the
that.
first time, yeah.
Yeah,
We got to hug each other. That's the thing.
we get
Yeah.
For
This-
real.
it was love in the room.
It was love everywhere. It was an awesome time.
And we got a couple of devices here from Horn
Horn.
Paranormal Research, made by Scott, Mr. Scott,
Got my water.
and some devil you are.
You got him all excited. He tipped his water over.
Ah,
That's a motion sensor.
that's my
And-
stuff.
There's an EM pump, and you know we're going to be adding more to that collection.
But yes, we will.
Just because we have to, and we'll talk about some of that equipment too in a little bit. I do believe we may have a mystery guest tonight.
Is there mystery guest?
I do see
join,
somebody backstage. I can't quite see their camera. Perhaps they want to stay mysterious.
Gonna
Oh.
say you need to let us hear their voice and
Is
see
it-
if we can guess who it is.
Unknown comic.
Oh, there it is.
Unknown comic.
You know that guy?
He
Put
did
a
say he
finger
was
back.
special.
Mama said I was
underwear on
special.
your face.
You can't
Is that a
see
pair
me.
of underwear?
You can't see. God, no wonder it stinks.
Boxers? Oh my
It's
god.
really just me, guys. It's really just me.
Oh, it's Brandon. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't tell.
It's for you, Scott.
It's for you.
I told you I'd be watching very closely.
Uh-huh.
God.
Greg Costa's my shaman.
Yeah, hello.
Hey,
Greg.
Greg.
Hey, Greg.
What is going on? Anne's laughing. This is great, man. So yeah, we wanted to talk about
The
Oh,
COVID
Pickens.
news.
the haunting at the mill and some of the data that we captured, and in particular Kim captured on her SLS camera made by Horn Paranormal Research, I might add. That is really cool, and you can help us out, and we just love you, so I'm just glad you're here, man. How you doing?
I first want to say how sexy Scott looks today. He is a very good-looking man. Kim,
He's a sexy beast, isn't he?
you're a lucky lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to be Scott's backpack any day.
Oh,
Oh,
Have you seen
I
my
want
legs? They're like
Fanny
that.
pack.
Mary Lynn, it's always a pleasure to
I'll
see
take
you,
that picture.
You as well.
and of course the lovely humans that allow me to come on the show, Chris and Kristen. Thank you so much for letting me
We're
pop in.
honored.
yes.
We are
Thank you
honored.
so
Thank
much.
you for
I
joining.
forgot how hot that thing was around my face, and I was sitting there for like 10 minutes going, "This is gonna be great." And then it got hot, and I'm like, "This is a stupid idea."
Was that legit boxers,
Yeah, were they boxer briefs?
or was that like a scarf?
No, it's a shamong.
Shamong.
Okay.
The guy that
I-
got it from.
I'm not even sure how to touch that one.
Not
So Shamong. Okay.
yep, because
Here, it's one of
the
these.
Kruger's rolling on the floor.
Oh, okay. It's a little bigger than I thought.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I see.
Oh.
It's pretty.
I didn't know if that meant like jock strap or something in
French.
German language.
German, like we were parlaying
Yeah.
earlier.
Wrap it that way.
Yeah, we were trying to toss a little German backstage before we came on. It wasn't working out too well.
Nah.
But that's fantastic, and I'm glad they weren't boxers because
I
they
mean,
were
you
forced to
really-
wear them for 20 minutes.
you really never know with me.
No, we don't. That's why we had to question.
Well, and I don't really know with me, but the show's not about me. It's about Horn Paranormal and all their greatness. I'm just here.
We're glad you're here.
It's
We're glad everybody.
Your Paracon, mister.
So, as a lot of our audience knows, we all attended the kickoff of your first Paracon, Brandon. Haunting at the mill, at the Haygood Mill in Pickens, South Carolina. And on that journey, that trip, we captured a lot of data. And maybe to set things up for those in our audience who don't know too much about it, although we have talked quite a bit about that, because it was such an event for us. It was so wonderful to meet everyone and go. And what a cool place. Maybe you could set up a little bit of the background of that mill. And I know we're doing another one next year, right?
We are. Let's see. The mill itself is a 55-acre, I guess we could call it a living history museum. Probably be the easiest way. It's and I need to talk to the director to change that name because that's brilliant. And so
It's a cool name.
Yeah, we're gonna make him change that name tomorrow. Billy, if you're watching, change the name of your whole place. It has several period late 1700s, early 1800s cabins. Matter of fact, there are 3, one of which is fully furnished with period appropriate furniture. One of the best examples of petroglyph or rock art in South Carolina is on this property. It is the only one that is preserved to stay out of the weather. It is amazing. A working mill, blacksmith, camping areas. I mean, what am I missing? This was a native trading post. The Cherokee capital city, which was Lower Kiwi, is only like 15 minutes away by car. So it's a huge trading post. The Buncombe Trail, which led the Cherokees and other Lower Iroquois to up to North Carolina and to Greenville to their hunting grounds, runs right through this, and a river runs through it. And yeah, I think that's it.
One of the cabins you were looking for, it's preserved because didn't they move it? That was the one you were talking about with the period furniture in it.
Yes, that's the Birdine cabin. That's all the way.
Birdine, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it was moved from one location because were they gonna tear it down or something, and nobody wanted to do that.
I believe so. And then I think it got donated, and so they moved it there. But I mean, none of them are replica cabins. They're all legit. But new to that area. The only thing I think that was there would be the pottery barn and the mill were there the whole time.
Right. And you can see the mill in this picture. There's a working water wheel. It's a working mill, right? Because you can buy flour. You can buy things that are actually ground up in that mill, if I recall correctly.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are cabins as well surrounding this, and some of them are quite large. So there's more to it than just the one building. They're all on this land, this kind of sacred ground, and they're actually petroglyphs, right?
I was just going to ask you that.
I think there's like on that one exposed rock that we have in our rock art center, and I can say ours because I work for the mill now.
That's right.
We have 30. There's 32 to 34 separate rock art petroglyph on this particular rock, which is the most in South Carolina, probably the most in the East Coast, except for one mysterious one that we are working on right now. So yeah, it's amazing. The history is amazing. The paranormal activity is amazing, which we will get to. It was the first time that they let a group investigate the entire place. So it was certainly amazing. I guess I could shout out my dates for next year.
Oh yeah,
Please do.
Oh, please do.
So I've released the dates for next year. It will be March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Watch out for the flying squirrels. I have a tentative guest list: Sarah Lemos, Sam Baltrusis, Jeremy Leonard, Aaron
Awesome.
Capital G. Thompson. Probably going to try to get Miranda Young back. I will have Horn Paranormal come hell or high water. I will get them out there. Throw them horns up. I've been talking to Mary Lynn. Maybe we'll do a little something special out there. We're not going to give that away. We're still in the process.
Good.
Because people want to try their kindergarten art, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I said it.
Wow.
Tickets are actually on sale, but really right now I'm looking for sponsors and vendors. And I will get the Eventbrite link up in the comments in a little bit.
Excellent. Well, Dark Horse Paranormal is likely going to show up one way or another. So,
heck yeah. Well, you've got to, because we need more lightning strikes on buildings.
Oh, good.
yeah, right.
Oh,
That was terrible.
That's amazing timing.
so she should tell that story. They were in the we were sitting in a field camping, and she's worried about the lightning there. She's like, "Oh, thank God, I'm going to a hotel tonight." And it was the hotel next to him gets struck by lightning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I started looking up for tornado warnings. I'm like, do we have tornadoes here? Do they have? And then, sure enough, I was showing Chris 2 days before we got there. There was an actual tornado that went through Pickens.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. It,
And I was like-
totally destroyed this guy's house.
Yeah.
It was like 2 minutes from the campground.
Like, oh my
He
God.
was out in the woods, and it was like 3 trees, like giant trees. I mean, like 100-foot trees. had fallen
Ignorance
on
is
his
bliss.
house. Yeah, right.
They
We didn't know
were-
this. And of course, we had camped out. And we loved it because, for you guys that are into camping, this is such a wonderful event because there's a campground across the street, and we're camped out next to Kim and Scott, and we had them. You guys were so awesome. As I said before, they really hooked us up. They knew after an 18-hour drive, we weren't ready to set up a tent, and helped us get tents up, and brought us coffee in the morning,
Yes,
which was
so sweet.
Gotta have the coffee.
bless your little hearts.
Listen,
But we can't say that because
Bless
in the
it.
South,
Not in the
that's not
South.
a good thing to say, right? That's something we learned while we were down there. You got to be
Okay.
careful with the verbiage, right? You can say
Yes.
something positive like "bless your little heart," but if your cashier tells you that, you got to not give them the horns. You give them the fingers. They're telling you something else, right? Kind of in disguise. Something we learned on that trip. No, not that anybody said that to us, but
one
we
of
learned.
my absolute favorite things was the El Baño. They have a brand new bathroom that was built,
I want to build El Baño in the backyard.
and it has.
It was nice.
It was beautiful. It smelled so
Showers.
good. It
And
had
it's a
3
bathroom, in
showers.
case you guys don't know. It's a bathroom, right?
Yeah,
It's a little building. Got cedar inside.
yeah. It has 3 bathrooms.
3
with
bathrooms.
showers.
It's separate. And these really comfortable chairs.
That
I was waiting for the chair.
Cheers. Area. Yep.
we almost fell asleep in the chairs the night we got there, and
Well, I wanted to do more than false.
I know. All right,
I got shut down.
I'm like
Hey,
tired.
There's probably some stories
I
about
have a
it.
headache. I have to tie my shoes. Okay.
I was just tired and loopy. I was quacking like a duck for like 3 hours to him. So on the drive there, almost there.
My suggestion would be to keep a couple extra towels in Albania. Just
Oh. So anyway, it's a beautiful place. It's beautiful camping there, and
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait till next year.
yeah.
I'm gonna make a doghouse and put him in the doghouse. This way.
Well, we could probably do that just as long as there's no bug zappers.
So right, we need those bats. I love that you have all the bat houses out there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's bats. There's all kinds of wildlife. It is absolutely gorgeous, right? And so you get all these cabins, you get all this stuff. And the 2 nights we did
I'll be right
investigation,
back.
go right ahead. We captured quite a bit of data. And we wanted to share some of that data with you. And just a upfront warning, I didn't get a chance to label the files, so we'll have to explain each story as we go. But as to where we were at Haygood Mill, and go from there. I see.
It's quite
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy that what Kim got.
We're all watching. What's Brandy doing?
Thank you.
Emery
You know, I
Young.
have to do a shout out to Kim Moran too.
Emery Young was there. She's part of all this too.
Yes.
We had a great time.
Kim Moran bought a SLS camera then the next night there. So she went on the second round of investigations with us. Nice. And she had her camera next to mine, and we were picking up stick figures at the same place from different angles. We were catching the same thing on two, not just one, two.
Wow. There you
which
go.
was really neat.
Yeah.
Oh, super neat.
Wow.
Some of this stuff was great. There were a couple situations that happened over the weekend that are definitely worth digging into and talking about. I'm going to start one of the videos now, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure which scenario this was because they're not labeled properly, which is my bad.
It's fighting back.
Oh, I love the
Right.
hat.
Yes.
The official Horn Paranormal hat.
Yes.
Now I fit in.
I've got mine with me. I should go get it.
I should have put that on instead of scattering.
Terry Marks says he needs a horny hat.
Not after that nut comment today, Terry.
I mean, he's a sexy man.
Lorraine says she remembers that.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she was
Great.
there. That was really cool.
Yeah. A lot of people were.
Yeah.
And we're down with this. We had so much fun. There's so many people.
Hi, Becky. Becky
So
Evans.
cool.
is
Yeah,
there.
Becky.
Yep.
Back. Love Becky.
Yeah. We had to hang out by the campfire with Becky. Yeah.
This is like a Paracon reunion.
I
All
was
these
just
the
gonna say,
names that are popping
Pretty
in.
much.
Yeah, 'cause we want to see that evidence. Now,
That's
come
right.
on.
You got it.
We want to see some of this data, don't you?
I want to see it bad because I have seen nothing from anybody.
Really?
Is that right? Oh, we
Really?
did a show on some stuff. We captured some crazy audio data in the Birdine cabin and
Yes.
did some. I'll share that link with you later after the show.
Yeah.
Like
Cool
that.
stuff. Like, man, we're getting into like the three souls, and like this had to be the worst of a person that was just trapped out there,
Yeah. It's me.
just stuck.
Negative.
Yeah, just stuck. It was negative, but I think it was just like all the bad that person ever had in his life, separated and just stuck in this limbo, this sort of personal hell. It was so weird. He never stopped talking the entire time we were there.
It's crazy because a lot of people after the fact talked about how when they went up there got dizzy and sick. Like the Marks, they told us how they got nauseated when they went upstairs, and it was during that time you were catching all that stuff.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The blacksmith also got nauseous when he went up to the Birdine. And
I
And,
heard he was.
I have
telling-
another story of something that happened to one of the board of directors, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'll save that.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's dig into a little video, a little SS. And again, I'm not sure what's going to happen in this one, but I'm going to share it, and we'll pause and figure it out.
Awesome.
So, and just so everybody knows, it's period furniture in here. So just it's
All right,
very
that's the
small,
Birdine
it's
cabin right
just
there,
make sure
right?
You do
Yep.
not sit on.
Yeah.
Just don't touch any of the stuff.
All right.
No. We're going in. We might have been in the cabin.
Okay, we're coming.
Yeah, that's the Wonder Box.
So there was just something up in that plane.
Oh, really?
A little session here.
Come on in, guys.
Oh, you got it going?
Oh, I think I know this guy.
So I think this was probably Saturday night, and Kristen and I were in the Birdine cabin as
It's the second night. Yeah.
yeah, the guys came in, and we were just using the Wonder Box I just held up that I built for that event, and just talking to people. I see Stephanie Smith there,
Yes.
Yep.
and yeah, she was cool. She had a table set up.
Mhm. She's from the Shanley. She's
Shanley,
the
thank
tour-
you. Couldn't remember the word.
Tour guide for the Shanley.
That's right. And she was selling some really
Oh, he's
cool and creepy haunted dolls.
Yeah.
Which I think, Marilyn, did you get one of those dolls? Is that it? Brandon, you got
No,
one.
I
Right?
was with Melissa. She got it.
I got
Oh.
one, and my wife is not happy with me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're in the doghouse too. We're gonna have to build two of those. when
Well,
we
that's
go
not
out.
too bad. You get in a doghouse over a haunted doll. It's
I
worse
mean,
than
what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
There's several movies that.
Right, yeah.
That's how they all start.
Some of these videos aren't edited, so they might be a little long, but we got time.
Yeah.
So let's let it play, and I'll kind of give you a feel for what that was like.
Did love the hat. Love the hat. My man, you're here.
There you are.
Oh yeah.
Scott, if you stay through both groups.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
Good to see you.
So this will actually pick up EVPs and stuff too. So you never know.
Come on in.
Come on in. Let me make a little room. I'll come back.
Where? On top of the skull.
I'll get over here.
I can give y'all an interesting piece of information right here that won't interfere with anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When this was donated, there was a lot of rocks, so they couldn't save the top 3 lawns. So this ceiling is much shorter than it normally would have been.
I love the door.
People come teepee creeping in.
There's other things I can
Right,
say
Chris?
too, but I won't.
That's right. That's what I call it.
Teepee creeping.
Kind of explain what you're doing.
So right now we're doing a little bit of spirit box session, and what we're doing with that is we have a few things on the table. Obviously, we have our digital recorder, we have our K2, which we were getting some hits off of earlier. The skull is not a Halloween skull. This didn't come from Spirit Halloween. It's a anatomically correct medical skull for students, and the way this works is filled with crystals of different sorts, and there's a large magnet inside, and this magnet is our EMF pump, a tool that you guys are probably all familiar with, and as you can see, it naturally throws EMF without making any noise. It's a nice quiet little thing, and we charge up these crystals, which in themselves become a little bit magnetic. There's a history behind skulls as divination tools are a way to speak to the deceased that dates back as long as humanity has been writing things down. It dates back to Mesopotamia. They wrote it in cuneiform. The skulls, the heads, they were how they communicated with the dead. It's only in more recent times, like since the Middle Ages, that people were kind of like frightened by the idea, like, let's take the skull, let's grab a skull and put it on a table. Before that, people used to do this. They had a big belief in the afterlife. They believed that ghosts were a common occurrence. The oldest son of any given family was in charge of giving offerings and praying to them, keeping them in line. And if things got out of line, they would dig up the body.
It's at the skull.
This is really fun.
Do you see it?
An exorcist or a necromancer to talk and
It's
see what
mapping
was
a
wrong.
figure on the skull.
So, as a tool, we think it's kind of cool.
That's
It
Kim
also
Moran.
does throw a lot of EMF, which,
That's
It's
is
him.
theorized anyways.
There it is.
As being able to give spirits a way to talk to us.
Do you see it?
So that might be Kristen in
We
the
have a
back.
figure
Okay.
that's mapping in on top
So
of your
I like to
skull.
look at this because you can see better.
Just like above it.
But before I could
There was
see
something different.
them, and it was on the skull as
All
well.
right, James.
So that
Wilson.
that's
No, he
Oh,
was
that's-
back
that's
here.
him. That's
If-
her.
Can you move one step back?
Everybody will
Yep, that was her there. But now it's mapping. Now
Now what's it mapping?
that I'm not sure.
See if somebody can reset
Maybe,
it.
Ann. Maybe.
Standing in front of it and waving real quick, it usually resets itself.
Now, we were just getting a bit of communication with Stephanie. We're using this sort of wonderbox, aka portal type box. Which
What's that?
Not-
Is there still something back here?
You see something?
No.
You got hurt, don't hurt, that's why.
Well, let's do this.
It was on the skull for a little bit. I can map. It's mapping you right now.
Okay.
That's me setting that off. I'll put it there. This Wonderbox is like your standard Wonderbox, except it does have a Bluetooth input, and we're able to run words
Okay,
like
so
a word
that's
bank
him.
that is completely backwards, where none of the words are working forwards, through it as a separate channel,
It's
and
hard
add
for so
another
many people in here.
Yeah,
level
it's,
of depth to maybe what we're hearing.
But before I
But
could
I've got
see
the
him,
gauge
and I
way
could
up.
see the
And
skull.
when you guys are
and
ready
it
to
was-
ask
seemed like it
questions,
was
or you
on
want
the
to do a
skull.
session, let us know.
Like
I'll turn the
sitting
gate
on the
down
skull.
and start to get a little bit of answers here, a little bit of feedback. Most of that static will be gone. Trying to just catch the verse.
Would scare me if I was in here.
Bridget, are you still here?
I like that robo one this morning.
There you go. Okay, you want the rest of your story now?
So what's that now?
So Bridget got to eat lollipops and cake.
So just before everyone walked in, Stephanie from the Shanley had thought she felt a little girl in the bed, and
That's right.
she thought she had passed away from consumption. So she's sitting there reading a story to the little girl that's in the bed.
Yeah, and there's a bed. You can't see it on the camera, but it's kind of behind the camera in the corner. There's a bedroom too. I mean, a lot of people lived in this cabin at one time, lived, died, the whole thing, which is very interesting. Even if it was relocated, the cabin itself seems to
Yes.
hold
Right.
spirits.
And if you want, we'll go back to what they were also showing earlier on the SLS. It's kind of funny.
Sure.
Because someone says, who I forgot who it was who was holding the SLS, is that I think we're making a porn, she says. You can hear her say that because it was literally the spirit was on and doing things to the skull in the beginning. So we'll go back to that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
She did. I heard that.
That was Kim.
Ice cream
The other Kim.
and licorice.
So it's carved by the walkie and the skull.
And those tall sticks with lots of cotton candy on it.
So something might be kind
What
of
color
following
cotton
the
candy
light.
do you want?
Is this the one he fixed?
Do you want pink, purple,
Yeah, you just put that
blue,
together.
green?
Thought I heard pink as soon as you asked the question.
So pink cotton candy, that sounds delicious. And Princess Bridget got to play all day with her friends, and she never had a bedtime. And she lived happily ever after. Now, do you know what we say at the end of a story?
Who's reading this one?
Goodbye.
No.
See ya.
The end.
The end.
Is that what it said? The end?
That was nice.
Bridget, can you say the end?
Take that out of there. So yeah, that was kind of cool, and that was a little
It was
introductory
wicked
thing
cool,
about the Wilson, and that's the Wilson. I think Scott and I may be working on a Wilson thing. You can
Nice.
use at home.
Yeah. So
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
you got to go back to the front part and let everybody see that.
Let me see here. I'm sorry.
And y'all can investigate
Skip
here.
up.
And that
We got a lot of videos, so. What part?
Your bedtime story.
SLS.
I think you guys are gonna make it.
Oh yeah.
Scott, did you stay through both? Hello.
Okay. All right.
Good to see you.
So this will actually pick up EVPs and stuff too. So
Cold in
you
there.
never know.
Come on in.
That's the same.
Come on in, let me make a little room. I'll come back.
Where? On top of the skull.
So I'll get over here.
I can give y'all an interesting piece of information about here that won't interfere with any investigation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when this was donated, there was a lot of rot, so they couldn't save the.
I love the door.
Oh yeah, it's small because of that. But there's other things I could say too, but I won't.
Kind of explain what you're doing.
So right now, we're doing a little bit of a spirit box session, and what we're doing with that is we have a few things on the table. Obviously, we have our digital recorder, we have our K2, which we were getting some hits off of earlier. The skull is not a Halloween skull. This didn't come from Spirit Halloween. It's a anatomically correct medical skull for students. And the way this works is filled with crystals of different sorts. And there's a large magnet inside. And this magnet is our EMF pump.
All right, babe. So where is it?
It's coming up.
That you got
She says it's
without making any noise. It's nice.
corn. Or looks like
the history behind been writing things down. Dates back to Mesopotamia. They wrote it in cuneiform. The skulls, the heads, they were how they communicated
What's
with the dead.
interesting about the way it splays when it shows on the camera.
Kind of like frightened by the idea, like,
It's the
let's
same
take
way
the
it
skull,
did
let's dig up.
Friday night when it drew all the energy out on the front with you too, Chris, that night on top of this.
Oh yeah, when we have
Everybody
video of that too. We're
Look
going
at
to
the way
play
it
that.
spreads out.
I think there was something on the SLS that Kristen wanted us to replay.
Yes.
So I'm kind of just looking for that. Sorry, I don't have it marked off. Oh, no.
A big belief in the afterlife. They believe that the God was in charge of giving offerings. Get out of line, they would get
It's
the body,
at
they
the
would get
skull.
the head out, they would put it
Yeah,
on
okay.
the table, they would
Do you
put
see it?
Not an exorcist or a necromancer.
All right, so
yes.
yeah, we see activity at the skull here in the SLS.
Not an exorcist or a necromancer to talk and
It's
see what
mapping
was
a
wrong.
figure on the skull.
So, as a tool, we think it's kind
See
of
how it spreads out like
It
No,
that?
it's
also
big.
does throw a lot of EMF, which
See how that
we're
spreads?
just
him.
theorizing
There it is.
as being able to give spirits a way to talk to us.
And that kind of popping out thing is something we would see again and on the porch camp, right? So I'm going to
Yes.
pull that. We'll start another one.
And that's what drained my camera every time is when it did that, when it splayed out like that. And
Right.
that didn't feel human.
All the
I'll just
REMs
say
went
that.
off, and then the camera just died. And it had like an 80% charge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It went, went fast.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to find another one. There.
Sorry, Dave.
Oh, you're fine.
Feel free to continue.
I know.
All right, that's from inside. We'll come back to that, I think. Let's see.
Hey, Bill.
Let me try sharing this. So cool. Like, it was a lot of activity. I know on the show before when we did the audio review, everything was upstairs in that cabin. We were up in the attic of it, all kind of sitting around because there's a full attic in that cabin that you can explore as well. And we had like crazy EVP spirit box stuff going on. But we've done that already. So we're going to do some more of this SLS. Hang on one sec, guys. Try it. The old StreamYard doesn't see it. Hang on. I don't think it's this. That's right. Yeah, that looks like SLS footage right there off a Horn Paranormal SLS camera.
I've never seen that before. What is that?
Now it's going to have that vision instead of that.
Second floor right there, we go up to this.
Okay, now I
Supernatural Ink, baby.
I'm not getting. Okay.
Another company we like.
Now it's not. I'm not getting him anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, wait. So,
I just got to say, you got to bear with us because I don't have these files labeled. I'm actually gonna,
Or clipped, yeah.
Yeah, clipped, unfortunately.
Figure out what this is.
So some of these are a little better than others.
mapping beams. It doesn't map stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. It won't map.
This
past
is
the
another
box.
cabin where
It's,
Bill's standing around.
one of those things that you may get a false positive for a second with these, but it goes away and you'll realize, okay, and it's usually like a coat rack or something per minute.
You can see
It
there
has
it's
to
mapping
look,
a person.
because it's looking for mapping your joints and stuff. And so then we'll like play with it to make sure it's not a false positive, but yeah.
Let me add something to that if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Just make sure you're not.
Oh my God. Sounds like James Brady.
But I don't see her. That's the little girl. No, there's a little girl. Oh, two little girls.
Okay, this is actually in the mail Friday night.
He might pick it up on his recording. He's got it right there next to the water.
Right underneath, that's Mary Lynn standing there, I think.
That was Marilyn. Okay.
I believe, I think so. I think it was one of the ladies standing upstairs, and you guys were identifying the energy, and it appeared underneath you guys.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
Kristen and Marilyn were hanging out. You guys saw a little girl,
were
and we will
communicating,
be.
yes.
There's definitely a video here with a little girl repeatedly, and
I thought this was
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
On his recording, he's got it right there next to the water well. Man, I'm not even mapping you right now. And my machine's not doing right. I can't even.
There. So you saw that big energy that splayed out right like that? That actually wasn't the little girls. That was something else I was trying to track when you guys were saying the little girls were there. So I was paying attention to it while you guys were saying there's 2 little girls up here. There's 2 little girls up here. I knew that this was downstairs, and I was trying to figure out what that was. That was a different energy.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something there that just popped up that had no reason to.
Okay, so I did not get anything upstairs. I'm getting it down here. There.
I can give you the story of the child in the mill later.
That's a good feeling.
For a minute there.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
It's little. It's like it's a small.
Yeah, about yay high.
Jeremy Leonard.
Yes, Barnaby and Ma.
Yep.
And Ma.
They'll be coming.
One of those entities kept wanting to be around her. It was all that's what started me getting it, is because when we first walked in, it was right next to her, and I was trying to capture it, but everybody walked in and it disappeared. So I was trying to find out where it went, and I think that's the one that was with her earlier.
Yeah, I think there is something in all this here. So let me.
She disappeared.
No, that's these guys that you're seeing mapped right now.
No, no, the little figure disappeared.
Okay, so I got to map these
I
guys.
do the camera too
The
fast.
energy
That'll
is still in here, and I know that's why it's dancing around and I can't map.
Look how weird that
Because
is.
that's the only time the SLS really gets weird on me, is when there's more than one thing trying to map. And I'm trying to map you, and I'm wondering if it's because
Is
this
there a
is
little
in the
girl
way.
here? Do you feel like you're not safe?
Okay, there we go. We
Come
got
over here,
Jeremy
and I'll
now.
try and protect you. Look, could you please come and grab my hand? I'm gonna sit right here.
So because you went like
I
that,
want
it
you
stopped
to stand
mapping.
right here and grab my hand. Look, you see this thing on my watch you want to play with? You can play with this. Look how it's
Okay.
shiny. And
Don't think we're mapping the same thing, you guys. I think this is different.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, let me make sure though.
See, I mapped the 2 of them pretty well there.
Yep. There was something
Guys, and I'm seeing if it's hanging out with you guys.
kept
Is that what
bouncing in and out of there though.
Both of them.
all over the floor, and you walk to it, you touch it.
6.
It'll make them lights like that. Let's see how it stopped. If you want it to go again, you walk up to it and kick it. And see what it does. If you kick it, it'll go off. It's like a kicking ball.
Is it? It's going to show you guys what happened.
Yeah, she's taking us outside.
Can you
I'm
come
skipping
touch
through a
my
little bit
hand?
just because we don't know which file is which.
Come over here and take my hand.
There's stuff in all the files that's kind of interesting, but I want to focus on.
On part of this, what made this so interesting is actually, and I don't know if you can hear it on the SLS, but we actually caught an EVP on one of the SLS of children running,
Oh yeah,
and it's on here somewhere in one of these.
Okay.
I think the little girl does make an appearance as far as an EVP as well, right? Somebody captured that. I know at one point we're talking about it in the videos, which is interesting.
Well, I heard the thing going off upstairs. All right.
Something else like a little elemental was in there, not a
There's
kid.
more than one.
Yeah, and so I was trying to figure out that energy that was downstairs that didn't want.
And now you guys have gone outside, and I think this is where it kind of begins with the little girl.
To get caught that wasn't the little girl. So that's kind of where my brain was.
The first thing I said was, ooh.
Yeah,
That's all I could
it
say.
bolted though.
Do you guys want to explain like the screen a little bit? We have the infrared connect detector. It tries to do the stick figures and
Right,
see
so-
who they are, and then you have a screen on the right hand side That
Right.
gives
So
us detail.
the sensor just has two different cameras. One's like the one you see with the black. That's just a normal everyday camcorder type camera. And then the one off to the right is actually based off the depth of distance. So the different shades of color are different distances away from the sensor. And you can actually switch those two around too. I usually have the one that's on the right, on the left-hand side, so you can actually use it to see while you're walking around.
Yeah, it's really useful because you can see, what's an actual person and, what isn't.
Yeah.
Right. Then you can see kind of what's all the obstacles in the room, and if it's maybe trying to map a chair or something, and, things like that. So with a different color on the depth side.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, let me.
Didn't like us.
Yeah,
I
I was watching. I'm like, oh my god, you got that.
rafters when we were up in the
Upstairs,
yes.
yeah.
And I was trying to follow it, and then everybody was doing their investigation.
And
It's like,
it does not like us here. It
No.
does not want us in here.
Now you record everything, correct?
I'm
You can send us
recording this now.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Anne Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so hit and quick. So now I'm mapping.
And everything's a mirror
right?
it's opposite
So when
side.
something shows up, it'll be this. If something shows up and there's nothing there, it'll be
180, yeah.
And so that is, it was kind of. I thought I had a file, and now I can't get it on record. And to me, when it's stuff.
Mom, I need the box. I have to go upstairs.
This is it.
You're
at the end.
Yeah, I think it's the next
So
one.
it's the next one.
Okay.
Yeah,
we need
her
some.
sister was playing right here, and she fell in and got caught up in the middle.
Okay, and I'm not picking up on
That's
their
Mary Lynn
Celeste
Bass.
at all. So the
So I turned
energy.
it off and restarted.
Okay, because it was messing up in there.
Yeah.
Shut off the record.
Okay, let me move on to the next one. Sorry, guys. And again, we didn't
Okay.
have so.
Yeah, one of those clips right there does have an EVP in there. We might have skipped over it fast forwarding, but you'll hear children laughing when you see one go by, and I'm watching it. When I replayed it, you hear like little kids laughing like they're running through playing. And then we don't get any more inside, and we go outside, and then this is what happens. So that's what kind of made that relevant.
Well, Marilyn and I had felt a little girl upstairs in the mill cabin, and we guided her outside. She wanted to come with us outside, right, Marilyn?
Yes. She was actually we were helping her, but we were also, she was guiding us outside. She was taking us out there where she wanted us to go out by the water.
Yes. And I believe this is the one.
I think it gets better in this one, and
Yes.
and there's at least one of these where you'll see her pop up like
You
a
will
bunch
see
of
her.
times.
347.
And it's Marilyn sitting on the ground, not me.
Chris,
Right.
46-099 at 347 will catch that EVP.
On the
So-
last
Okay, zero.
Yeah, so we can go back and look at that.
099 is the one I'm about to play.
Yes.
So yeah, let's
3
just go.
minutes and 47 seconds.
You'll catch the
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's right. You did provide a guide, and
Thank you.
perhaps I should have referenced that.
The slaves
So we got
around
here.
the field and they'd be chanting songs. I could feel that.
You did a great job with that, by the way, Kim. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I
got you.
saying when we were walking down here, that when it rains, they find like arrowheads and stuff.
Yeah. They said we could find them over there. Brandon said that they're still finding them in the pasture if we just walk through there. And with all this moisture, because you know how it brings it up. Okay, wait. Okay. You've got somebody sitting on the ground next to you.
That's Mary Lynn.
Okay. See that? Now that's actually an entity I can't explain.
Can I record this?
Yes, you can. I'm recording it now for us.
On my left-hand side?
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, the first figure to the left is real. The one next to her is not, or is not in our three-dimensional universe. This matrix we're stuck in.
On your left.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just.
So like this with your hand.
It's a little girl. It's the little girl.
Yep, it's the left. Yep. She's sitting on the ground,
She's sitting
almost
right
pressing.
next to you.
Yep.
Right there.
Okay. Yep. She wants you
That
down.
is so cool.
Yep.
So we got her. Oh,
All right,
I'm
so
actually
she's
recording her.
got
I'm
her.
recording her finally. You want to come see?
Yes.
And then you can come back over there.
Right there. You can see the dark mark.
Can
you hold my hand?
See that?
It's cool though.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
She just came through.
It doesn't go so loud. So we have to. Let's see who's recording.
My hand?
We have one of
I
those
can hear
too.
you if you want to talk.
Do you want us all to sit on the ground?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what's it?
And you see here in the right-hand side, that isn't a person there in purple. So you're kind of seeing this on two levels. That is just the background. But it's interesting that it's colored a little differently.
Well, yeah, the color differentiates where it's at in the screen of view.
And what's crazy is this is what we try to always do is have more than one equipment running to validate. And this is great validation because Kristen's holding that recorder, catching the EVP to go with it.
I'm holding the spirit, the little.
This
Yeah,
one,
yes.
the SP7. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
On the ground with you.
It's really wet, but that's okay. I love you. And
Okay, where did you go? Oh, okay, now. Oh, I just lost her for a sec. She's still there somewhere, but I just lost her. Hi.
If you scared her.
Think so.
I want to know her mother's name.
Oh, she's back. She's back.
What's your mom's name?
Jeremy, we got the little girl out here.
It's so low. I don't like the smell of it.
Yeah. You want to tell Jeremy we got
Yeah,
the
we
little?
have it too, but they're upstairs.
Jeremy,
drinking weed.
we got a little girl out here.
So I.
Yeah, we're recording it.
Bridget. Is your mom's name Bridget?
No, it's the
She's here, sitting on the ground next to Mary Lynn.
The mom was Bridget. What's your mom's last name, honey? Davis.
Davis?
Davis?
Oh, really?
Davis.
My past life, I was a Davis, according to my past life regression. I just checked. Dog's barking.
Oh, they just said Jeremy.
Yeah, because Jeremy's coming.
Actually,
Jeremy, it just
called
said
you.
your name on the
It just
machine.
said your name.
Do you see it? It's right there next to it. So we sit on the ground.
I'm like
so we're
wondering
sitting
if
on the
that's
ground.
where that's going with the
Hey,
intention.
little girl, how are you?
Smells just
Look,
like
could you
them,
raise your hand for me? So I can see you. I can see you. Raise your arm for me like this. Raise it up in the air. So she's like right there.
Yeah.
She brought us
Your
down
name?
there.
Yep, she did.
arms.
She's trying.
I was like, oh my god.
She's
Yeah, I can see you.
So now
You're
she's
almost
sitting.
like out like that.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the fence. It looks like. See how she's got her leg propped up because you can tell she's behind her. So
She is right behind you.
She's on the fence.
We got people.
Is she on the fence?
Yep.
Hey, little girl, would you like some candy? Do you want some bubble gum? If you want some bubble gum, jump off the fence
That
and
doesn't
come stand
sound
right
right.
here for me.
Just say
Aw. You like puppies? A puppy just walked by you.
Hello. He's got a tag. Oh, you got one too.
Okay, she's coming.
Hi, sweetheart.
Closer. Yeah, she's coming closer.
Oh,
She's
she
off the
touched you.
fence.
Yeah.
She's off the fence. She's right there.
Do you feel her touching you?
Yeah, she's touching my left arm.
You want some bubble gum?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it comes in a different voice. And it said yes.
It did say yes.
Sure.
Sure, you got some bubble gum.
Do you have
to give her?
bubble gum?
Because she asked. She
Yeah.
did.
I'll be right
Feel her touching me right there.
Okay.
Hope I lost her because I sat down. Sorry.
So we lost her because she followed Jeremy to go get the bubble gum. And the reason we know that is because the marks were over in the cabin over there by Jeremy, and they get a little girl, EVP, on another on their recorder.
Yeah, another recorder. Yes.
Yep. At the same time this was happening. And then of course she comes back when Jeremy comes back.
Yes. So Anne Marie Young was saying that because she was present as well. And she was asked, and she's like, she ran with Jeremy to get the gum. And I'm like, yeah. So she did. She left. She went with Jeremy. They got the EVPs where Jeremy had went. And when he comes back, she does come back. So Mary Lynn Bass is on the ground still.
Maybe it was James Brady. It was either James Brady that caught it or it was Trisha and Terry Marks that caught it. I can't remember.
That's right. They also caught a little girl coughing as well.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, they played that for us. Mary Lynn, were you feeling anything now when you're sitting there and the little girl's like kind of right behind you,
Yes.
to your left? What were you feeling?
Yeah, I could actually feel her touching me. It was like she was trying to communicate, but couldn't voice what she was saying. But yeah, I could definitely feel that she was around and she was wanting to communicate so bad.
She was, yeah. Brandon, what do you think? This
We
is your
missed the
first time.
EVP.
This is awesome footage. Like I said in the text, I didn't get to investigate, so I'm super excited to see what everybody got. I
This is truly
have
amazing.
a couple of stories that I can validate some of this.
I do know, Brandon, I can send you these files, and under headphones, you will hear the EVPs on these. You will hear them clearly.
She takes really good notes. She's got like a chart going on and everything. So
I have seen them behind the scenes and going over evidence, and it's amazing.
It is.
Until Scott thinks that he lost everything, and then he.
That's my excuse to go back to these places.
Is that what it is?
That's right. I want a do-over.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, yeah, look, I mean, and it's going to happen March 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 2024. See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Very clever, sir.
Yeah, it was him and Terry Marks.
Okay.
Terry, yeah, they got the EVPs. They're in the chat, guys.
They didn't know what we were. Well, they didn't know until we were telling them. They're like, "Well, then check this out. Look what we just got." They were coming over to tell us because they caught the EVP, all excited. And we're like, "Well, guess what we just got?" And so it just kind of boom came together. It was really cool.
It was fascinating.
Awesome. Well, let me play a little more.
I lost her.
Think about her.
Where did she go?
You got
Did she
this.
follow him?
I was
I think she sure did.
She
She sure did. She's gone off of here. She's gone off of here.
Every time we go to Friends Alexander, there's this little girl named Emily.
And I'm really not doing the splits.
Say that.
I thought you were. That was like amazing,
Looking
right?
for her. Like, where did you
Man, I
go?
thought you were like showing off.
Right.
It was so bizarre. Like when we first saw this, I'm like, wow, it's mapping her doing like gymnastics.
Yeah, you're doing yoga. or
I
something.
wonder though.
I
if
was
that's
doing my
energy.
yoga while I was waiting.
Gotta do something.
I did if I would have followed him. I would have watched her follow him. Where did he go?
It would be nice to see if that's because she's open. She's using her psychic senses. If that's not her energy reaching out.
She said yes.
Yes. I'm going. I'm coming. I think she said yeah. I was just saying, I think I'm coming.
So this is. Oh, she's back.
She's
Something's
back.
back. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it her sister? Is
Hi,
her sister's
sweetie.
here?
Same size.
No.
Same size.
No. Yeah.
No, that's the little boy.
Same size. Are you trying to pretend you're somebody else?
Yep.
Yeah, and I
No.
got the bad chills.
I got it too.
Yep.
As soon as that happened. So.
Okay, you need to back up a little bit.
He's trying to
Bad
communicate. So, what is her name?
Okay. Okay. Did you come with that other group just now?
Yeah, we use them a lot. We actually just bought one of those too, and SLS.
Cool.
Yeah, so this energy felt different than the little girl.
Still there.
Anyone? He wants
Well
to be
played,
heard.
Jack
Yeah.
Kilowatt. Well played.
Yeah.
Hear me. We hear you.
What do you want to tell us?
Who is this?
Tim?
Is that the same name?
Yeah, I was going to say Sam or Tim or something.
Tim.
Tim or
Ken.
it's not
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Your name's Tim? Tom?
That's my dog.
Wait, I just lost him. Hold on. Well, it's got you like stretched out though. My mapping.
Yeah, I just want to say that it's some serious yoga you weren't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some of that. Like that's straight from India, man. We don't even know about that.
We just had you like doing the splits. Like I know you're not doing the splits. What do you do with your energy over there? Put it back in.
Here.
That's what she said.
Help me.
Oh, he must be over here now. He's
Yep.
back over here because I'm not mapping him over here anymore.
Yeah, now he moved. He's behind us.
What did you say,
Girl.
girl? I heard girl.
Yep, the girl.
He's with the girl over there. Just
Hey.
following her.
So I need to find out.
Here comes Jeremy back.
Jeremy, they said your name.
She followed you to get gum. Wait, we lost her as soon as you walked off. She went with you.
I have it.
Let's see if we can get her back here.
I have your bubble gum.
I'm so mad at me now.
Give it to her. You gotta give it to him. He doesn't say that. Well, what is that?
Okay, Matt's
One
you.
there.
And then
There's your bubble gum, like I promised.
a man showed up after you left, and then let's see if we can map her again.
Mom, help. Oh, listen, help. No, no.
I'm not even mapping you at this minute. I gotta try to see map you. Oh, look at this.
She's right there.
And I'm not mapping her at all.
She's on the fence again. Little girl, she's on the fence.
Color
There's your
changes.
bubble gum, sweetheart, like I promised you.
I can't map Mary
You
Lynn right
you
now.
can walk over there and get it.
This is pretty neat. I can't map Mary Lynn, but you can. I see. I'm mapping.
Yeah, see how
I'm
I
mapping
moved
her.
Look at that.
Now
We
she's
went-
on top of you.
She's
Now,
on top of
seriously.
you, trying to get
Okay,
the
now
gum.
you guys are together or something. It kind of.
They're talking.
She's like doing
Wow,
split.
you're good with this, so that's good.
Come on.
That's interesting to me when it does
Come
that.
back. I moved.
Oh,
I like how that moved and just to pop out of that fence area, right on top of Mary Lynn, and seemingly try to get the gum.
Camera to try to
Now
focus
she's
better.
gone.
now I have to. I was warm.
It got warm for a
did.
second.
I might be too far away.
There's your reference for you.
Okay.
I only have about 15.
Okay, I mapped you. Okay. Now let's see if we can find her.
Look, you see this? This is a bubble gum wrapper.
Yeah, because I saw her move over to there.
Oh, she was over there.
Yeah. There you go, Marilyn.
And then I lost her. Where did I
You want
lost
to talk
her?
to me, I can hear you through this.
Because I keep hearing too many.
Oh, people are scaring her.
I just think it's interesting because there is no true ghost detector, right? I mean, this is using infrared. We're trying to find figures in that spectrum of light, and you see it pop up just seemingly out of nowhere, especially just there. Right?
Yeah.
It seems to have a hard time just mapping actual people,
Yeah.
let alone
Right,
when
right.
something comes up on its own and it's like right in front of him. Well, yeah, you got to look at that. You know, that's pretty good data. It's interesting.
And the thing is it could have been standing there, but it's also the camera is based on depth. So it's only going to map out so far. So when Marilyn said it's over there, it's a matter of trying to find out over where, because if she's seeing it over there, we need to find out the depth to see if we can catch that. And we did briefly, but it was probably still there. Our camera wasn't
Just
able
out
to
of
pick
the
up.
range.
Yeah, just out of range.
Okay, because we have a question from Jack Kilowatt. He wanted to know what it maps. Does the SLS map energy? Like, how does it do that?
So what it's looking for body joints.
Yeah.
It's looking for a human figure, like a skeleton. That's why the mapping looks like a skeleton, because it's looking for different joints, your head, your shoulders, your elbows, your knees, things like that to compute. The algorithm's looking for a skeleton. So when you think about the reason the Kinect was made, it was for playing video games. You know, stand in front of the sensor, and it detects your motion to interact with the game itself. So that's what it's looking for. It's looking for some form of human figure. So, so when you see this kind of stuff, like Chris was saying, it's, you know, it's not a perfect science, but there's something that shows up that shouldn't be there.
You have
so
to
why is it
understand.
looking for that? Why did something pop up? You know, when by all rights, by theory, it shouldn't be there.
The Kinect itself has $1 million R&D behind it for gaming, and so they have held this R&D on how to actually map only people. It won't map a dog. The dog, we put it on our cats all the time. It won't map anything. It won't map chairs. It'll give you false positives sometimes, but you move it off, you move it back, it fixes it. If it doesn't, I have found over all the research I do that a lot of times energy will be hiding in that if it doesn't want to get caught. And sometimes, you know, you mess with it, it'll move on you and you caught it. So you have to be really tricky to make sure. Everybody says, oh, that's a false positive. Not necessarily. We've seen it.
Well, just like we
several
can't prove
times.
it's a positive, you know, you can't prove that it's a false positive either.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few instances where it's absolutely a false positive.
Yeah.
We can,
But it goes away.
right,
It goes away
right.
fast.
So
It won't just
you
stay there.
It's just another tool in the ghost, you know, equipment arsenal to use,
Yeah.
and along
That's
line
right.
with the other equipment. Yep.
Yeah.
Multiple tools, looking for validation, Why the
Right.
spirit boxes running in the
Spirit boxes,
background.
Yep. And
Yep.
put them together, catch more than one in different platforms, and you've got something that'll make you scratch your head.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly, Brandon.
We're not posting, absolute proof, but I mean, this
No,
is
it's interesting to say the
Yeah.
least.
for
For
sure.
more investigations.
Woo! There's more than one here. I just about fell backwards.
Dude, Chris,
Wasn't the wine coolers either.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm mapping him now. Where is she? She's still here, but I can't get her on mapped.
There was a little girl.
Now you want to hear something wild?
I think they were
You say there's a little
there.
girl?
They just takes a lot of energy.
I'm pretty sure she pops
You
out
gotta.
at least one more
Wait,
time.
wait. I'm gonna record it with my camera too as you're talking about it.
No, I just did something really bad.
Oh wow.
Back up just a smidge. Tell us your name. Oh, this was in this cabin up here.
Where? Over here?
The farthest cabin up.
Communicate with you if you will give us a sign that you're here.
You hear that? Hear that?
Feel like a little girl's voice, huh? Hang on. You hear it?
Yes.
No, wait, listen.
Can you tell us your name?
Right there.
Come on.
So right there, you're hearing someone play an EVP in this video, and I'm going to move on to the next video.
Yep, that was Terry.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Terry.
Yes.
Yeah, and the EVP that he caught there. Let me feel that. I'm going to bring up something else. I hope you guys are liking this. It's pretty interesting,
I think this is the first time we ever played an SLS on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, share, and post, and heart, and all that for this show.
Heart away.
Thank you. We do need that.
Time to let the dogs out, Marilyn.
Let the dogs out.
I think this next video, I'm pretty sure, is Bird Eye Cabin and in the front of it, and the experience we had there. Yes, it is time to let the dogs in.
Yeah. Boggles.
All bouncy
Yeah.
into
Can I
it.
set this one up there?
Yes. No, because you had already had it.
Okay, you can come in now. You got to go out.
Yeah.
Story of my life. So I wonder how many of your viewers have never seen like SLS footage before.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Like, put it up in the chats and let us know if this is like your first time.
Yeah,
This-
that'd be interesting.
And a little comment here for you, Brandon. Virgil says you have a fantastic beard.
Thank you. I grew it myself. Thank you.
Homegrown.
It is homegrown. Yes.
Homegrown.
I love it.
Always the best. Always the best.
Did you
Take
see what
pride
else?
in it.
See anything there? That's not your temperature, right? That's just your room.
That's just road.
That's that bouncing energy that I'm seeing, Chris.
Oh.
It's not human.
This is the first night at the Bird Eye Cabin again.
Oh,
Right now.
that's it?
Is that what that is?
That's ours?
All right, to set this up a little bit.
Kim was just saying it.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
No, go for it. This was Friday night at the Bird Eye.
At the Bird Eye Cabin, right, which we get a lot of activity at, especially this was very interesting. We're actually outside. There's a group inside investigating.
We split off in groups.
And we'll hear some bleed over from them. And at one point, it seems like they're answering our questions inside
Outside.
on the equipment they're using. And we're asking outside.
Yeah.
And then we get an SLS figure. Eventually, all the REM pods go off simultaneously, kind of a chain of link of events as happens, and the battery dies in the SLS. And you are at about 80%. Is that right, Kim?
I think it went from 80 to 60 to boom is what I think we figured out.
Okay.
But I tell you, I want everybody to look at how this energy spreads out again. It starts on your crystal head again.
Yeah.
And
It
does the same
does.
thing. That's where it manifests. And it goes and
I know at
touches
one point I'm
all
like
the
picking it
equipment,
out of
and
the
all the
bag.
equipment goes out.
You just see it. I have a backpack full of gear, and I reach in there, and it just seems to jump out. And
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
because
weird.
what kind of recorder were you running also that died? What was it? Was it that was setting down the flat recorder? What was that? Piece
I
of it.
forget. The digital recorders, I think, stayed up and they recorded, and
Okay.
there was some interesting stuff. There's definitely EVPs on them. They were just
Passive
kind of tough to make out. They were very whispery, but they were there, and it does coincide with what we're seeing, in this footage. So,
That's our equipment that we
no,
make.
the blue one back there is yours.
Oh, okay.
Right next to
Okay.
us.
Whoa. Why don't we try communicating with this? Do you have your communication stuff up there, Chris? Yeah.
what's funny, and I just wanted to mention this, is like we're really killing time because we wanted to get in the cabin, but we had
Yes. Waiting for the group.
more
Waiting
fun
in line.
outside on the deck.
Questions?
Just the REM, the K2, and the two REMs and the K2.
Okay.
K2s as well.
Does somebody want to try doing an EVP out here?
All went off.
I tried the noise inside the building.
But if you hear it, you'll hear that background, but you'll hear something closer to your phone, I think. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of contamination.
I'm gonna set my phone down.
The free roam with anyone that does it can take the people in that want to learn. That's how we learn the best instead of, pulling
So I'm scanning, looking for something to pop up. That's what I'm doing right there. You can look in the right screen and you can see me looking out to the forest and back at the cabin. And
Yeah,
I'm just looking for
people
something.
feel comfortable with certain people, and you make them go somewhere they don't really feel like comfortable with.
Well, we just did that on that ship, and it was not that great.
We've been on stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Trisha,
We're not gonna
her
come
voice.
this weekend for the nighttime one.
I've been on groups where some people were so closed off they weren't fun, and so they didn't catch much. And the ones who were open and had a good time caught all kinds of evidence.
We need to pay
And so
attention to
it
stuff we
depends
say
on what
when
kind
we're
of energy
recording.
you do stuff with.
But I have
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Go in with an open mind. That's all I say.
Yep.
We don't do as good as if we stay
With a group,
well, not necessarily the group, but
There we go,
someone
got it.
that spends a lot of time there, like a guide or something.
Yes, like
they're used to them, so we have more.
Dave Schrader always uses EVPs, and he catches the best EVPs. I've been with him, and I'll run an EVP, and I won't catch anything. I'm like, how the heck do you always catch?
He catches
Sit
great
there and listen, and it comes back as clear as you can.
Yeah.
I
Dave
mean,
Schrader
he is.
also falls
And it's
down a
like, wow,
lot.
he's just got that kind of tuned into it.
Just anything clear there, Kim, or get some K2?
Are you getting K2?
Yeah, there were some pretty big spikes on the K2 meter there just now.
I'm not picking up anything, but what happens, it's coming and going, and it's making itself all bouncy into
Can I
the
set this one up there?
Yes, yes.
So
Is there anything between me and Chris right now?
Kim Moran doesn't have her SLS yet.
I'm not
so
mapping Chris,
I've
but
got
I'm
a few
mapping
people asking me questions, looking at the screen with me.
Right here on the arm.
Usually that's.
Was that
Jack
Jim?
Kilowatt says he's never seen an SLS before tonight.
Oh,
Can you come up and touch that?
I think that's James.
That sounded like James Brady, Dark 30 Paranormal.
Yeah. Okay. I know he was right there with us that night. I think he was up on the
It's
platform.
weird.
with
It's
Chris.
like it doesn't have enough energy or something. Yeah, it does actually. Up
There
there.
it is.
Oh, what is that?
That was right.
You saw that? I did.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about an inanimate object,
There
it
it
being
is.
on top of something.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know what. Yeah, there it is.
This is
Double set up.
that's
It
really
is
good.
messing, and it should not map that backpack. So sometimes when things try to hide, it'll put it next to a trash can, so you think that you're mapping something, and so then we mess around with it. I've watched. See? Crawling. It's creeping. It's a creeper on the stairs. Okay.
We did learn it. There it is again.
Yep. Yep. There it is. All right. Can you wave at us? I see you
It's a
sitting on the porch.
creeper.
Can you wave?
Yeah.
TP creeper.
It was like right here.
TP creeper.
Yeah, right? It's a creeper.
I'm recording good. I'm catching this. Hi. Did it?
See,
Chris,
where
it's
my
right over
bag
there
is.
by you.
Backpack.
Okay,
Backpack.
what happened tomorrow? And if we don't, we take in orders and we mail them Scotch really quick and get them out.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Do you have one of these?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty got it to me back within a few days.
Yeah.
We did find out it
Hey, you can see our gear out there. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to see, but there's REM pods, there's K2 meters, and recorders all on the porch.
was Mac will roll away bed.
It will.
Yes.
There it is. That's a weird,
There it
but is it the energy on the bed, you think?
I don't know. There it was again.
Yep. It's coming in. Okay, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
That's him. Yep. I finally mapped Chris. See, and sometimes I have this theory that they use human energy to gain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he
That
put
would
the
make
skull
sense,
out
though,
there.
wouldn't it?
Okay.
It gets really
Where did it go?
Wilson
here.
That is so weird.
Trevor
No.
doesn't live with me.
is famous.
We can barely see him.
I know. He doesn't
Yeah,
look
I
good.
can't even map him now.
I think I was a little too far back.
Yeah, you're right at the threshold.
You know what? It's not over here, so it probably came around.
When I was standing like right back here,
People were getting touched.
Trevor came up and went.
And so that took me off of Chris for a minute.
Because I'm doing this, I'm not tapping in with my psychic ability, so I'm just investigating tonight. But if somebody ends up wanting to take this and have me tune in, all you have to do is ask, and I'll try to tune in. Because sometimes they'll use us. I'll use my energy to draw them out sometimes, and they'll come out like Mary.
My ex-wife used me a lot.
She just drained your energy. What are you talking about, Brenda?
Right.
Who said
Oops.
That's what I meant.
Good, Chris. So who said touching the boxes?
Okay.
I'm there. You can barely see me, but I'm sitting and just
Yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah.
I keep hearing James Brady, and I do need to put this out that
Yeah,
if nobody
you
hears from me
know.
again
Can you hear that, Chris?
after Saturday, I
They're
ate
there,
at
not
his
out there.
house and he killed me. Just putting that out there in case.
Little insurance.
Little insurance.
You kept hearing James Brady. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
No, I keep hearing him, so I had to put out the public service announcement. I'm eating at his house Saturday, so if nobody hears from me again, it's go look there.
He's actually one of the people that are over there, like sticking his hands up for us and waving and helping us try to get the bearing in the video.
You know, I have to say, I guess I have to say this real quick. It is so refreshing, like to watch Dark 30 Paranormal because they love it and they're new and they're excited. Like that's what it's all about.
It is.
I just needed to throw that out there, but yeah.
I think that's my favorite part too, Brandon, is seeing people who are genuinely interested and exciting and wanting to learn more about
Like I'll run myself to death for 3 days to make sure that people have this kind of experience and enjoy it, and it's just so much fun. Like seeing this footage and listening, because I didn't get to get out there at night. I was too busy, getting ready for the next day and stuff. So this is awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, and what I love about it is all the different groups coming together and just being able to, work together and just it just makes it nice. There's no fighting and it just makes it
no
fun.
drama.
Yeah, there was,
right?
Yeah,
We
it was
had-
a nice sense of community.
Yeah, we had a mixture of everybody from novice to like you said, seasoned investigators to tons of mediums that were there, and everybody, it just flowed. It was good. It was.
You did an amazing job, Brandon, and I know we keep saying that, but you really, really, really did. So
I'm still trying to catch up on my sleep.
We made a lot of new friends.
Yeah,
yeah, we did.
It's true.
I love the Brady's personality as well. Their personalities are wonderful.
they're great
It
people.
goes-
Great
So I just said they're part of our para family now. Too.
Well, people love Ted Bundy too. So.
Yeah,
And
right.
Terry and
Oh,
Trish
wow.
Mark are part of that team as well. So.
Yes, Jerry and yes.
I know we met some people that are lifelong friends. Just about everybody that we met, I think we've kept in touch with. It's been awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We love
Absolutely.
it.
And that's what these events are for. You
Yeah.
know, they really are to bring people together. And it's wonderful to talk online. And I know we knew you guys before we went, but, it just seems so much better
That's what I was
being
saying
there in
earlier.
person and just
Yeah.
having a
Right.
human contact.
Exactly.
Shows,
Hugging everybody. Yeah.
goes a long way. And yeah, we'll
Well, what I thought was
we'll-
cool,
go ahead.
whenever I came pulling up, Kristen, you introduced, Kim, you introduced Kristen, and she just grabbed me like she had known me forever. So that was nice.
Thank you. It's the
Yeah,
way
she
I
did
know
the
it.
same to me, and then it was Bigfoot in the boob.
Oh, that was
Bigfoot boobies.
Bigfoot. We renamed
the
us
boobies.
Bigfoot and the boobies.
Right?
So much.
Right? I think we got that picture somewhere. I need to break that out too.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, oh my God.
Incriminating.
But and the bunny. Thank you.
And Bigfoot and the bunny.
Not in the
That's how,
bunny.
that's how you're saved in my phone.
Yeah, I got to tell the guys is Brandon says this to us before he comes on. The first time he came on our show,
Yeah.
Brandon, you're like, it's we're like clarifying it's Bigfoot and the bunny, not Bigfoot and the bunny, which people often say, right?
Yeah.
And he said, well, I imagine that would be like a really short life for the bunny.
It'd be just terrible for that bunny.
I just, I can hear a little squeal in my head, and
Look at it.
I didn't agree.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's great.
yeah, this is the poor thing.
Sorry.
March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, the Haunting of the Mill Paracon 2024.
That's right. We'll let you guys plug
Haunting
it
at the
all
Mill?
right. Yes. Haunting at the Mill.
Do you have a flyer
There's
for
a
that,
man
Brandon?
posting your name.
I do have a flyer, maybe, but I do know that Kim has a flyer that we need to put out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
yeah.
And we'll get
Yep.
there. We got just a few minutes.
Well, I mean, I'm not
I have
rushing. I'm
to,
enjoying this footage, actually.
No, it's cool. I got to get through a little bit of it. Because unfortunately, I have to work.
This is a good part coming up, though.
So let me get through this, and we'll put up those flyers. We'll get her done.
Yes, we're picking it on their box in there. And they don't even have a clue. We are. Are you? Us?
Around here somewhere.
How can you see in the dark? Probably. Well, whatever they're doing in there, they're answering our questions out here. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Well, said she was in the house. You gotta go around back. Going around back, the door's open.
Oops.
My wife said that it was creeping around by the cat.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the doorway's around back.
It's 1,700 artifacts.
Oh,
It's all period.
okay. That explains it. So that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, can you tap into the elemental that's here? Did you see that?
I do,
Yep.
yeah.
That's an elemental out here then. She just said there's artifacts. I didn't know that. That's exactly what's here.
You like the skull?
When you do this enough and you have your people with abilities know what I'm saying, you can differentiate different human versus different energy. And
oh man,
this definitely is what I have felt as an elemental.
No, but it's connecting because my psychic stuff's starting to kick in. I'm getting the tingles. So it could, if we get real quiet, it's going to get active. I can tell you that right now.
And it did.
Yeah, I'm going to put mine on it too. I'm far enough away, but I do not disturb it. I don't have my ear. And that's the other thing, you guys, when you're doing this stuff, your phones will mess with the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put them on airplane mode. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So you're able to talk.
Here it's starting, I think. Let's start the map.
Was that a triple copper?
And he's not on to hear that.
Oh my God, he left.
Oh, hello. There it is. No, it's there. It's there. You guys see this?
Yep.
Oh, dude.
And that's what we call evidence right there because yes, and I caught it on. He's still there. Hello, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you touch it again, please?
Make it go off again.
Yes, thank you. Come on.
So watch close. Right? You're gonna see it kind of jump out of
On
me.
the left, you can see the light better than on the picture on the
There you
right.
go.
There.
All right.
That was
What's
really
that?
strong.
What's
Can you do it again?
This gets interesting.
When he said chupacabra through the radio, did that make it spike?
Chupacabra.
You like that word?
I love that word.
Yeah, chupacabra. Oh, you
One of my
disappeared.
favorite words, actually.
Yes.
Chupacabra.
That was neat. That was really
That
cool.
was really cool. That's
That
how
was
both
very
of them,
cool.
Yeah.
which is a different kind of electricity.
So what you saw was him spread out, and he was actually touching different equipment, making it light up and beep. You can't really tell it from my SLS footage,
And
but
it's
that's
gone
what,
now. Now it's dead. It's
and we
dead.
were all standing there watching it as a group happen.
A bunch of people came by. Yep.
Yeah, the horn.
Yeah,
flared.
both of
I
them.
didn't see that. I seen you.
Oh, he's back. Okay. Can
You
you
know that
can you
it's like-
set it off again for us, please?
Play with some more.
What he's doing is he's kind of, I think he's tapping into your energy, Chris, because he comes off of you for a minute and then he goes to the equipment. So let's see if we can.
It's kind of what the theory is, using Chris's energy almost.
Sound through this like a headphones in the recorder.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
right, yeah.
See if he moves over there.
Yeah, I heard
now I'm
EVP
mapping
actually in real
Chris. I'm pretty sure it's. I don't know. So you guys have the EVPs running up there too?
Yeah, I just grabbed mine.
I'm
And
curious.
Chris, you said you did have EVPs, but they were faint.
I went
And
like
it'll
this. I'm
tap
actually,
on my
because I've been over, I'm actually
headphones.
mapping you, Chris, but now I'm not. So when I bend down, I map you, and I come up, I don't. But that. Yep.
It's a distance
I
thing.
know he's using your energy though.
Yeah, it blends into the
Yeah.
wall.
Doggone it.
Doggone it.
Come back.
Are there still people inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must be getting a lot of stuff if they're still in there.
Trevor is an amazing kid. Yeah. I liked Trevor too.
See?
Cam, you guys did good there.
Absolutely.
We're keeping it lit up in there.
I know. We
You missed the
looking at
chupacabra,
us in there.
Brandon.
It's happening. It's
You missed
you
it.
can see it jump out.
Hey, the chupacabra has left the building. Oh,
Yeah, we said chupacabra and it went crazy, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon, you said it over
what's your name?
Chupacabra.
Talking.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Watch,
he's
guys.
back.
Look how it's
He is
slinking on the ground.
creeping. Oh,
This is when it drains my bed.
I'm telling you, that is a different energy than human energy.
Can you come touch my hand?
You found
You're
my
feeling
phone.
him? He was right in front of you. Oh, there he
Yeah.
is. Oh, he's so
Yeah.
tall. What the heck? Where did
I was trying to map him there.
he was over there? He went over to you. Yes, and now he's disappeared.
I'm feeling liquid.
Where did you go? Come on, can you do it again? He was on that pole.
Yeah.
Oh my
There he
goodness,
is.
there he is
No,
too. Yes,
that's
he did.
actually James.
Almost.
Yeah, I thought it was,
Yeah.
I gotta
and
say,
I think we debunked that because I realized James was up there, but it's pitch
excited.
dark,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't know that.
You'll hear me say I heard something tap my headphones, and I actually brought these headphones that I'm wearing now with me. And if you tap on them, it's quite loud. Like you hear it right in your ear, right? Because they got like a hard plastic shell. And that happened. Just then, I actually said that because that's what it was like somebody went chet on my headset or my headphones right at that time while this is going on. I just said that a couple seconds ago. So that was a little bit of confirmation as well, just from the physical realm. And I don't have any data to prove it, but I did say it because that did happen.
You see the arm go out?
Yep. Oh, there's two of them now.
Oh.
We got company, you guys. Yep.
That was the one from earlier.
Oh, that was
I
actually
think so.
Yeah.
the one.
So you guys coming in to see what we're doing?
Can
We're
you wave at us?
One on the wall.
We're
was
trying to
actually
communicate with you. Can
I
you
can't
wave?
find it there.
Yeah,
I just
we could
couldn't find it.
That's what it's doing.
But we do see it come out again, I believe.
Come on.
Yeah,
He's got one there.
next to Terry.
Now it's doing gymnastics.
Chris is over there.
So it's over here?
There is Teresa, or who's sitting down with James? Okay.
That's
Okay.
James.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh,
that
it was
was
your hand. Okay, okay. I didn't realize you were standing up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Trevor
yeah.
goes, I think he's mapping dad. It's
Okay.
mapping dad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she
but the
felt
other
them.
one-
It crawled across the floor. We know for that for a fact.
I felt like just a little tingle, just a little bit on a couple of my fingers. It could be easy.
He was feeling it.
I am. It might be a while to go through all this footage because I've been.
Yeah, I'm sticking more.
Okay.
Yeah, Dad. Are you waving, Dad?
It was between you and Chris at one point, and then it's not there anymore. And I'll tell you where it showed up. Then that means it was on Chris's side of the wall over here on the post, not next to you.
Well, he asked
Like
me
that.
what's
Oh,
It gets up.
Yep.
See how that? See, that's crazy to me.
There it went up
That's
against the wall
amazing.
again. Where did you? It's bouncing around, and I can't figure out.
And that's when the camera died.
Yep.
Amazing.
It was so, it got up and went wicked tall. And we were like, whoa. And then that was it.
And it was it. And there was some weird stuff. Somebody
Battery's
tapped on my headset. I had a recorder going, and I could hear a voice through it that wasn't you guys, or it was stuff going on, and I had the headphones plugged into the recorder while I was sitting there. So there was other things, that were confirming kind of what was going on in that video. And how cool was that?
Yeah, it was wicked cool. Plus, Becky was there, and she's in the chat, and she's saying she caught all kinds of EVPs.
Yeah. It's not,
and
you can't even describe when you're there in live time of the experience you're getting. You're just getting a little taste of it, seeing the evidence. But when you're actually there, all the stuff is happening, and you're in the moment, and you feel it. And it's not. It's so cool to catch some kind of validation because you already know that's happening at the time. You're just praying that you're catching it.
Right.
And we did some of it.
Yeah, it's really hard. You're right. It's hard to describe. And we are trying as we're recording as well, but it's just when you're there, you're in the moment.
Yeah, it's not the same when you're reviewing versus when you were there.
Right.
Yeah, and unfortunately, guys, I have to work tonight, so that's why we started a little earlier. And I just want to bring something up real quick. Let me share the screen.
What is
just a couple of things real fast.
Work. What is
One
what is
letter
work?
word, Brandon.
I don't like
It truly is sometimes. Hey, I don't have to work tonight. So
Here it
much.
comes.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Spirits of the Deadwood, September 29th through 30th. Featuring Netflix's Brandy Marie, Psychic Medium, Miranda Young, Ghost Biker, Travel Channel's Katie Stafford, Equipment Developer, Jeremy Leonard, the Cajun Demonologist, and of course our very own Mary Lynn Bast, Psychic Medium and Intuitive Artist.
Yes.
So that's coming up September 29th through the 30th. Sacred Mountain Retreat.
Tickets are going to be on sale probably around Father's Day. I'll just kind of make that announcement. If not sooner.
Cool.
It'd be awesome.
Watch our Facebook page, Supernatural Links, Brandon's page for more information on all that. Because when we know, you'll
more
know.
advertisements.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh,
Happening.
That's
Ooh.
pretty cool.
Infinity.
Good. I wanted to bring up this too.
Yeah, there you go.
Facebook, you can find Haunting of the Mill Paracon 2024 pretty easily by searching for it. And this is the page you want to find. Haunting at the Mill Paracon 2024, March 22nd through 24th, 2024. And there's that cool picture I showed you earlier. Kind of looks like a black dot.
I mean, it's a little heavy metal.
Yeah.
Little metal.
Well,
like that.
We also have an official actual Facebook page. I actually, for once, I have a personal assistant / marketing person that I've hired because I can't do it all. So there's going to be plenty coming out.
Excellent.
Well, this has been fantastic, guys.
Look at Facebook.
Scott, real quick, there was Bob Burnell had asked you a question in chat. So if you want to look at that afterwards, please do.
Okay.
Definitely. We always go through and read everybody's comments. Try to
Excellent.
be thankful.
And Bob, I just got your friend request. Thank you for sending that, buddy.
Bob is a good dude.
Yes, he is.
And you guys are great.
Yes.
Just family. This
Our
is so
family.
great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love you so much. I'm going to hug every one of you.
Oh, great spirit.
March.
You guys are fantastic. So
September. End of September 1st, and then we jump over to March. So we get to see everybody twice.
Awesome.
This many times.
Some people more.
Yeah. Everybody in chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with all of us.
That's right. Horn Paranormal.
That's right. I should go get
Facebook.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching
Who's
us.
Afraid of the Dark.
Who's Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
So can I do a little shameless plug as long as we're on here? So
no, it's time to go, right? You
no, all right. See ya.
Bye.
You're your computer.
Yeah, just so that SLS camera that everybody was seeing, those are the items that's one of my things I make. That is the SLS, and been making them for quite a few years. So, if you like what you see there, hit me up. Follow us on our page, and we got some more videos and stuff there. To check it out.
I love my SLS by Horn Paranormal. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment. So yeah, it's worth it. It's well.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know that we've actually taken some pieces back that people have dropped, done some things that ouchies, and we've actually worked on and repaired them. We don't say that out loud too much, but we
Don't drop them.
Yeah, but honestly, we try to stand by our stuff. We do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I had the very first version of Scott's SLS, and it has definitely changed and morphed and a lot lighter, but I got the first version, so I'm happy about that.
She had the very first one I
and
built.
I've got the very and I've got the latest one.
That's right.
Great. That's awesome. Thank
So-
you. That's on our list next too. And then we'll get the EDI. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you again. We really appreciate you all. You know that. And we appreciate everybody in the chat. We love you all. Like I was saying in the chat, you are all our para family, beautiful souls, beautiful humans. And thank you, Mr.
Chris.
Cooper, as well.
Kristen, thank
Thank
you
you,
for
guys.
having us on.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Love
you.
Good
We
night,
love you guys.
everybody.
You're all awesome.
Good night.
We'll talk soon.
22nd,
Thank you.
23rd, 24th.